Here we got classic Kung Fu. We got this guy, looks like the Karate Kid. Actually, this guy looks like the Karate Kid. There's Daniel's son right there. Switch sides. Pretty fun game. We had this on the Apple IIc also. This game's pretty entertaining. Here we got the bosses. For the 5 levels, Mr. X. Mr. X, Mr. X. There's lots of Mr. X's in games. This is easier than coming up with an original name, huh? Alright, here we got the basic descriptions of the various 9D games that they featured. You got Zelda, Zelda 2, Rygar, Metroid Kid Icarus, Deadly Towers, an infamous NES game, but according to many, I didn't really play it, and I'm not going to. Goonies 2. So they got them grouped by category, sports, adventure, and so on. Double Dribble, your basic baseball, Squares Rad Racer, Golf, Punch-Out, Pro Wrestling, basic soccer game, Slalom, Tennis, which is what we had. One of the first 3 games, kind of fun, is 2-player. 10-Yard Fight, basic football game, Volleyball, Winter Games, Muscle, Family, Fun, Fitness. This one, I think you could utilize the mat. I don't know if that mat was even out at the printing of this game, of this magazine, or if the game itself was. I don't know. Stadium Events, another mattress game you could play. Tag Team Wrestling, Karate Champ, Ring King, Side Pocket, Lunar Pool, 2 pool games. Track and Field is kind of fun, especially 2-player, although it'll kill your thumbs. Super Mario Brothers, Kung Fu. We got the action series now. Pinball, that game's fun. Balloon Fight, Ice Climber, Urban Champion, Clue Clue Land, Star Voyager, 3D World Runner, Tiger Heli, Super Pitfall, Chubby Churub. Ninja Kid, that's the 3rd game that we have. Another game that so many people seem to hate. Another never-ending game. Another one of those Atari-style games, Ninja Kid. Spelunker, Radon Bungling Bay. I'm reading this upside down, by the way. Commando, Ghosts and Goblins, so that my webcam can catch this. Ghosts and Goblins, hard as heck, as we said. 1942's basic plane shooter game. Trojan, I used to love this game as a kid. One of my favorites. Maybe I'll do an LP of that sometime. Section Z, that was the one where you had 2 choices at the end of each level and you had to either forward or backward. Mega Man, I think everybody knows who that is. This is the original classic. Kid Nicky, Breakthrough. Kid Nicky was a funny game. He had some kind of twirling cross thingy in front of him. I remember we rented Breakthrough from the video store one time. My brother beat it in like a couple days. I never beat it. Karnov, I think he beat it overnight, actually. He was actually better at games than I was, but I was more into the NES. Karnov, one of the bosses at the first level of Bad Dudes. Before that, he had his own game, also made by Data East, just like Bad Dudes. Zanuck is considered a very hard game, I believe. Squoon, is that how you pronounce it? Gradius, another game that we had. Stinger over here, one of the first 3 games that we had also. Lots of very food-themed game. Watermelons for bosses and funky stuff like that. Maybe I'll do an LP of that sometime. Russian Attack. Oh, I wonder why they say Russian Attack. I don't know. This is a fun game. Classic Castlevania. Top Gun. Jaws. I don't know if that's a good game or not. Some people seem to hate it. Who made it? Oh, LJN. I wonder which side of the opinion poll that one lies on, considering it's an LJN game. Some people probably like it, though. I haven't really played it. Another LJN, the Karate Kid. I remember playing this at a friend's house once. I think it got to the 3rd level, which is the Typhoon. I never got past it. Ikari Warriors, we already know my opinion of that. Athena. I played that a little bit. We were thinking of buying that game one time, but then we got something else. I forgot what. Alpha Mission, basic space shooter, Spy Hunter, Sky Kid. I don't think I ever played Sky Kid. The Legend of Cage. This one I remember playing as a kid at the arcade, and I got to like the 3rd level on my first try. Then I tried playing on the NES, and I died on the 1st level. Weird, maybe it was just beginner's luck. Arkanoid, Renegade. Isn't that the game? Isn't that the makers of River City Ransom? Maybe, I think. Mighty Bomb Jack, a game I heard about but never played. Solomon's Key. The first game, the second game was the 1993 Fire and Ice. Hogan's Alley, shooter games now. Never played that one. We didn't actually get the, since we had the basic NES set, we didn't get the gun. We never got the gun. Duck Hunt, I think that's a classic pretty much everyone knows. Lots of fun. Gumshoe, never played it. Wild Gunman, never really played it. Gotcha, never played it either. Looks fun though. Excite Bike, Mach Rider, I never played that. It looks kind of fun. Wrecking Crew, it's one of those programmable things I never played. Load Runner, I played that on the Apple IIc briefly. We never had the NES version though. Donkey Kong, the classic. Here we got into the arcade series now. Mario Brothers, the original as it says. I played that at the arcade a couple times as a little kid, but we didn't have the NES game. I know that one, this is included a lot in these Mario Advance, Game Boy Advance remakes. Donkey Kong Jr., the sequel to Donkey Kong, featuring Donkey Kong Jr., who was, I think, in, what was it, Super Mario Kart for the SNES. And Popeye, which is based off the arcade also. I remember played that once at the arcade as a kid. Donkey Kong 3, I think I played that at the arcade once. Burger Time, I've heard a lot about that, never played it. Elevator Action, I played once or twice. Gyromite, I played that at a friend's house who had the Rob the Robot that we didn't have once or twice. Stack Up, I never played. Donkey Kong Jr. Math, the only educational game as of this printing. And here we have Coming Attractions, RC Pro-Am, which is a fun game and got a sequel. Ice Hockey, which we did have, and that was fun as heck with 2-player. Fat guy, skinny guy, medium guy. Wizards and Warriors. I don't know if you can see that. Yes, Wizards and Warriors, which had a trilogy on the NES. I liked the first one. I even liked Iron Sword. The third one was decent, but it was just too hard. I don't think he had continues or passwords or... yeah, just too hard. Other than that, though, it's a decent game. It's okay. Star Force, never played. I think it's a basic shooter. T&C Surf Designs, I played once or twice. Skateboarding and surfing and whatnot. Major League Baseball, I didn't play. Dragon Warrior, they spelled Warrior here correctly. There's your classic Dragon Warrior. I did an LP of the SNES version. NES version equal very grindy. Return of Donkey Kong. Return of Donkey Kong. I don't remember that game. Oh well, maybe I just don't remember it. Dragon Power, I think that was supposed to be Dragon Ball Z, if I'm not mistaken. Victory Road, which turned out to be Ikari Warriors 2, a game I never really bothered with. And the classic Contra, which was not out at the time of this printing. I think it came out a brief time later, maybe the following year. So those were the coming attractions at the time. And here we got the index, whatever game you want to find out, and contact information over the various companies. And here we have the dirty page of the index series for the games themselves. Got 2 pages if they got a review, so-called. And here we have a nice little picture that says, now we're playing with power. And you can see it's ripped like crazy. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my look at the NES Player's Guide. Perfect for nostalgic value, great to run through. I don't think they're too expensive on eBay, so if you don't have it and you want some nostalgia, pick it up off of eBay. It's probably only cost a few bucks if it's in decent enough condition, if you don't care about being in perfect condition and all that. And I might do a little video featuring the 24 games featured here just for the heck of it. Well, thanks for watching with me on this NES Player's Guide. Pick it up if you don't have one. It should be pretty cheap, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks.